Hi, first graders. We are on Knowledge 1, Lesson 8, The Crowded, Noisy House. The first vocabulary word is advice. Say advice. Advice is an idea or a suggestion that can help you decide what to do. The next one is pondered. Say pondered. Pondered means you're thinking about something or reflecting on something. And the last one is stunned. Say stunned. Stunned means you are shocked with disbelief. Do you know what a rabbi is? Say the word rabbi with me. Rabbi. Rabbi is a person who is trained to be a teacher or advisor in the Jewish religion. Yiddish was the language used long ago by Jewish people, and many Yiddish phrases are still common today. We're going to hear a couple of them in our story today. The first one is oy vey, which kind of means, oh wow, like what's going on? And the next one is vetches. Say vetches. Vetches is another Yiddish word, but this means complains or whines. So today we are listening to the Jewish folktale called The Crowded, Noisy House. The folktale is frequently told with the title, It Could Always Be Worse. So keep that in mind as you listen to today's read aloud. Once there was a poor Jewish man. The poor Jewish man went to speak with his rabbi. Rabbi, said the man, you must help me. My life is terrible. I live with my wife, our 5 children, and my mother-in-law. There is only one room for all 8 of us. The children, they cry and fight. My wife, she screams a lot. My mother-in-law, she fetches about everything. It is crowdy and noisy and horrible, I tell you. Honestly, Rabbi, I don't think it could be any worse. The rabbi rubbed his chin as he pondered the man's situation. My son, he said, if you promise to do as I tell you, your life will be better. Will you promise? Yes, yes, said the man, I promise. Tell me, said the rabbi, do you own any animals? Yes, said the man, I have a goat. Good, said the rabbi. Go home and take the goat into your house. Let it eat and sleep with you for a few days. The man was stunned. Take the goat into the house? The rabbi's advice sounded like a crazy idea, but everyone knew the rabbi was a wise man, and so the poor man agreed to do what he said. He went home and led the goat into his house. 2 days later, the man went back to the rabbi. Oy vey, he said, I did as you said. I brought my goat into the house. But things are even worse than before. The children, they cry and fight. My wife, she screams a lot. My mother-in-law, she vetches about everything. The goat, she butts us in the head and knocks the dishes off the shelves. Help me, Rabbi. I don't think it could be any worse. The rabbi sat quietly for a moment. Then he asked the man, do you have any other animals? Yes, said the man, I have a cow. Good, said the rabbi. Go home and take the cow into your house. Let it eat and sleep with you for a few days. Again, the man did as he was told. He went home and led the cow into his house. 2 days later, the man went back to see the rabbi. Oy vey, he moaned. I did as you said. I brought the cow into the house, and things are even worse than before. The children, they cry and fight. My wife, she screams a lot. My mother-in-law, she vetches about everything. The goat, she butts us with her head and knocks the dishes off the shelves. The cow, she eats our clothes. The house is like a barn. We can't sleep for all the bleating and mooing. Help me, Rabbi. I don't think it could get any worse. The rabbi was silent for a long time. Then he asked, do you have any other animals? Well, said the man, pausing, I have a goose. Perfect, said the rabbi. Go home and take the goose into your house. Let it eat and sleep with you for a few days. 2 days later, the man went back to the rabbi. Oy vey, he groaned. Things are worse than ever. The children, they cry and fight. My wife, she screams a lot. My mother-in-law, she vetches about everything. The goat, she butts us with her head and knocks the dishes off the shelves. The cow, she eats our clothes. The goose, he honks and poops on the floor. I tell you, Rabbi, it is wrong for a man to eat and sleep with animals. I don't think it could get any worse. My son, said the rabbi, you are right. Go home and take the animals out of your house. You will then find your answer." The next day the man came running to the rabbi. "Rabbi," he cried, his face beaming, "you have made life so sweet for me. Now that all the animals are back outside, the house is so quiet, so roomy, and so clean. How wonderful." The end. Now you may go ahead to the Google form for Knowledge 1, Lesson 8 on our story today and answer the questions.